run the tank.
Where are you going for holidays, Geraldine? Queensland.
Let's go shoot some baskets. Hey, you guys, come on.
Hey,
What are you guys doing? Follow me.
Zealand.
Why?
We're gonna go skiing. Come on.
I'm your leader.
Who does he think he is? Master of the universe? Worse, he thinks he's Kelvin Crumb. You don't have to do it just because Kelvin says so.
Yes, they do.
Why?
Because I'm the leader.
That's stupid.
And it's fun. Social studies. People and their work. An interview with Mr. Hermes Indakis, head of security, as not. Mr. Indakis, exactly what does your job entail?
No comment.
But you agreed to be interviewed.
My job is top secret. I can only discuss it with people with a AAA clearance.
I see. In that case...
However, I can give you an overview. The secret of successful management is in maintaining good staff relations. I always... Head of security. You stupid, incompetent idiot. I suppose you're slacking off as usual. How much more stock are we going to lose while you walk around with your eyes closed? There's something going on, and I'm going to stamp it out. No more buts. I'm in charge, and what I say goes. All under control. What?
Hermes, it's me, Mr. Knowles.
Yes, sir.
Well, apparently there have been renewed complaints about the base being here on Cersei Island.
Complaint, sir?
I've received a directive from Senator Fox about improving community relations.
But the islanders love us. Well, most of them.
That's not base, Cersei Island. Mr. Knowles' office.
I've discussed it with Cassandra, and she thought we should invite some people here for a small cocktail party.
He's in
Wonderful idea, sir.
Can I take a message?
Wonderful. People like Miss Selby. You know, she's never been entirely on side. It would be great PR.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that's the parents taken care of. Any thoughts of what we can do with the children?
I have had a few thoughts on the subject, sir.
Thanks. For you, Dad.
Oh, thank you, Ralph. I'm most impressed. That's it. That is it! Under adult supervision, of course.
What's that?
We'll let the children run the base for a day.
Mr. Indakis?
You will, of course, be working under the supervision of the person whose job you are taking over. He or she will be there to act only as an advisor. Each of you will be in charge of your assigned department. Lou, you'll be doing your father's job in the communications room.
Yes!
And Geraldine, you can be her assistant.
Cool.
Babe, I know you'll be thrilled to be in the stores with your father.
Yeah, I'll be thrilled if I don't throw up.
What was that, Bianca?
I said, it'll help me grow up.
Exactly. Babe has put a finger right on it. You'll all learn from this experience. And let's see. Kelvin Crump. What have we got for Kelvin? Ah, yes. In charge of security.
What?
Under Mr. Indakis' supervision, of course. And now for my job. I think it right and proper it should go to someone who's not really in favour of the base. Perhaps after a day in my chair, she'll think more kindly of us.
She.
Julie.
Me.
And now for a little reverse affirmative action. Ralph, you can do Susan's job as Julie's secretary.
Congratulations, Julie.
Thanks, but I don't know whether I want the job.
Well, in that case, I'll take over.
Mr. Knowles, I think Julie is a marvellous choice. And it'll be a wonderful experience for her.
Welcome.
Good evening, Harry.
So, welcome to the base.
Taking your life in your hands tomorrow, aren't you? Letting the kids run loose?
Come on, the shop's out.
It was good of you to give up your evening for the sake of the children.
When you ask, how could any man refuse?
Listen! Shut up! Okay, now there's more food in the kitchen for all the people that are wimps. And there's Fright Night 13 on video in my bedroom for all those who aren't wimps. Okay, follow the leader.
Woo!
Right.
I don't know what you're trying to prove, Kelvin, but it won't work.
We'll just see about that tomorrow. Here, have a snack. It's only jelly, Julie.
It's only jelly, Kelly.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Don't you dare.
1-1.
I expected better of you, Julie.
Sorry, Miss Selby.
No, it's a wonderful opportunity, children, and for once, try and make the most of it.
Yes,
Miss Selby.
Especially you and Kelvin, Julie.
Yes, Miss Selby.
All present and ready for work, Mr. Andakis.
0800-01. And no staff.
What's the problem? We're all here.
That is the problem. Why is everyone else late today of all days?
Mum was puking all last night.
So was Dad.
Yeah, my dad too.
Oh, morning, sir.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Knowles.
I'm afraid everyone at the party last night has come down with food poisoning. The doctor thinks it was the oysters.
Ugh,
Oysters? Oh, how could you possibly eat them? Slippery, slimy things. Ugh.
Thank you, Mr. Indakis. I know what they look like.
I know some people swallow them whole, and I can understand why. When you bite into them, exactly what is inside? What do they live on? They're the ocean's garbage disposal unit, just like prawns. Oh, you didn't eat the prawns as well, did you, sir?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir. Sorry. Well, this means we'll have to cancel the children's visit.
No!
We'll continue as planned. I've already informed Senator Fox of the experiment. So you, Miss Selby, will be in charge. I'll be on hand, of course. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You know what this is? This is a disaster. This is Cyclone Tracy and the Titanic all rolled together into one.
Oh, I don't know. I think it'll make for a very challenging day.
You bet. Now we get to really run the base.
Here's the duty roster.
Thank you, Mr. Knowles.
I'm afraid all the cleaning staff are off sick as well.
Don't worry, Mr. Knowles. We'll organise that.
Give the order, Julie. And as quietly as you can, please.
Thank you, Mr. Knowles. But I'd prefer not to sit behind a desk. I want to run the base on the principles of non-patriarchal consensus and cooperation.
Yeah.
Which means I'll be consulting everybody on all the jobs.
Yeah, that's it. Pass the buck.
Even those who feel they're doing menial tasks.
Honestly, Julie, I don't think there's anything menial about being a secretary.
Can we just get on with it?
Yeah, what's the first decision?
Go!
All right. First of all, I need volunteers to help me clean this mess away.
I think I'd better go and check and see if they've made any mess in the store.
And me and Geraldine better go check the computer room.
You know, security is a #1 priority. Let's go, men.
Miss Selby, it would be greatly appreciated if you would help me to keep an eye on Kelvin Crump.
Yes, I think I'd better.
I'll have to get that.
I'll help round. So much for consensus and cooperation.
The patriarchal buck stops in that chair, Julie. If you need me, I'll be in the sick room.
Ralph, Amy? Can you please clear this mess away?
It's a little scheme of my own to stop pilfering. Everything on the base has to carry that identification logo.
Well, how would that help? Wouldn't they just pinch it, logo and all?
Ah, when I catch whoever it is, and I will, that sign will indicate the equipment belongs to us and not to them.
Why the different colours, Mr. Andakis?
What an intelligent question. It's a touch I've added myself. Red is for equipment purchased in the current year, yellow the year before, and blue the year before that.
How?
I'll tell you how. The equipment has the year chalked on it, so it's as simple as that. Now, there are enough brushes for everyone. Get to it. That'll keep them out of mischief.
Okay, you two, get to it. What about you? Well, I'm in charge. That's what about me.
Keeping busy?
I never knew there was so much paperwork.
Welcome to the real world.
Everything all right?
We're really busy.
A-OK, as we say in the security call.
Wow, global telecommunications, phone directory, unlisted numbers. Who are you going to call?
The President of the United States? Nah, boring. How about Arnold Schwarzenegger? Now for the password.
How about ET phone home?
Why not?
I'm sick of this. Yeah, it's boring. Well, I can soon fix that. Get out of it! Billy, you are dead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Billy,
I
here
didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Ghostbusters. Password invalid. What do you mean it washes off?
Hermes paint for his stupid identification system. It's useless.
Kelvin, you're just trying to get out of work.
Bull! I'm telling you, this paint is a waste of time.
And I'm telling you to get back to your job.
Fine. You're the boss.
Exactly.
This is the inside of our outer defenses. Emergency rations. If ever the day comes, I've made sure we can survive here for a long, long time. Oh. It's a security lock I had installed. Nothing to worry about, really. It's just a matter of getting, somebody to let us out.
We're locked in.
Oh, not exactly locked in. We just can't get out at this time.
I don't get it. Simple. We're going to prove ourselves to the boss.
It's typical of Kelvin Crump to leave his post. As soon as you find him, I want to see him and the others.
Roger. Fine. A chance for the Youth Association to prove their worth, and what does Kelvin do? Runs away.
When I get a hold of him, he'll pay.
I don't think you should be too hard on him, Julie.
Well, we can't waste any more time.
How's that, Ralphie?
In my office now! How could you do something so stupid?
You wouldn't listen to us, so we had to demonstrate what was wrong with Hermes paint.
No, you weren't. You were trying to get at me.
Came off dead easy. That's what we've been trying to tell you. The paint is useless.
It makes no difference. You're all fired.
What?
My new head of security will see you off the base. Amy?
Me!
That little squirt is head of security.
She couldn't do any worse than you, Kelvin.
Let's go! Let's fight! Let's fight! Let's fight!
Start practicing your resignation speech, Julie.
Help!
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 Look, it'll be better if we coordinate, okay? 1, 2, 3, help, okay?
Okay.
Right. 1, 2...
Help! What happened?
You called early.
You said 1, 2, 3. I called on 3.
No, well, you meant to call after 3, so it's 1, 2, 3,
Help!
That wasn't meant to be the real thing.
Sorry.
This is, okay?
Okay.
Right. 1, 2, 3...
Oh, what if nobody ever comes?
Resign, slave driver, or else.
They're just being stupid.
As head of security, you're supposed to stop this sort of thing happening.
Sorry, Julie, it won't happen again.
Chaos. This could get out of hand, Julie.
I couldn't help it.
Heads of security aren't supposed to make excuses either. You have accessed all unlisted phone numbers in the USA. Who do you wish to call?
Hi, Julie.
How could you? a general staff meeting in my office now. Kelvin Crump, artist extraordinaire.
I'd never believe Kelvin was such a good drawer.
Do you think vandalism's funny, Lou?
It can easily be cleaned off. Get off your high horse, Julie. You're getting boring.
Right. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Shouldn't that be girl, Julie?
I want this for the record. I've tried. You all know I've tried to run this base by consensus. Now I've had enough. More than enough. I'm in charge of this base and what I say goes. For starters, you're fired.
What? You can't do that.
I've done it.
In that case, I'm going too.
Go then. Babe, clean up this mess.
No way. Stars don't clear up. They play up.
Do you want to be fired too?
Fine by me.
This is awful.
For goodness sake, don't be such a crybaby. Suppose you're going to leave now.
Not until you've heard this.
No more buts! I'm in charge, and what I say goes!
Now I've had enough. More than enough. I'm in charge of this base and what I say goes.
Begin to wonder who's who.
I'll run this base on my own. You'll see. Now I've had enough. More than enough. I'm in charge of this base and what I say goes. I really do sound like Hermes.
Nobody will come for years. Then they'll find us. 2 little skeletons. Well, one thin skeleton, one not so thin skeleton.
Somebody will find us soon. Well, anyway, like you said, there's plenty of food. Oh, look, there's meat and vegetables. Milk. A spare key.
I saved us. I saved us!
You saved us.
I simply forgot that I had the foresight to put it there.
Come on, let's face it. Julie has turned into a monster. Our own Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I've decided not to fire you after all. So, everyone back to work. Look, I didn't want to be the boss. Mr. Knowles made me the boss. So you have to do what I say. Now!
Julie, take a long walk on a short pier, okay? Hey, don't do that! I'm out of here. Die! That's it, Gilbert! Hey, he got the whole bucket!
On his way to inspect the base.
Who cares?
Well, I do. I care. I'm responsible for all of you. Well, therefore, I'm responsible for all of this.
I could lose my job!
Now there's a thought.
Miss Selby, if it's anyone's fault, it's mine. I was in charge and I couldn't do my job.
No, Julie. The truth finally comes out.
I wish to resign my position and recommend Kelvin for the job. He's such a natural leader.
At last!
Never thought I'd see the day Julie Jones gave in to Kelvin Crump.
Julie, you can't.
Yes, I can. So what are we going to do first, Kelvin?
Operation Cleanup. Let's go.
I knew it! We're all doomed!
Senator, welcome.
Senator. And how has it all gone?
Well, it's been a very colourful day.
Very.
Good.
Mr. Knowles, I see my secretary has informed you of the Senator's arrival.
Most efficient, Kelvin.
You all right, Knowles?
Couldn't be better, Senator. Shall we go in? This way, Senator.
They're coming! They're coming!
Welcome to As Not By Session, Senator Fox.
Thank you.
Care for a cup of coffee?
That would be pleasant. In your office, Andrew, or should I say yours, Kelvin?
I'm not quite sure if the girls have finished in there yet, Senator Fox.
Well, let's see anyway, eh?
We all decided that since Mr. Knowles was good enough to allow us here for the day, we'd do a little bit of spring cleaning.
How thoughtful.
Take a seat, Senator.
Thank you.
Yes, do, Senator.
Are we in your way, Kelvin, or should we move on to the workshop and let you finish up here?
I believe that you're the best person to make that decision, Julie, and I'll move on to the workshop later. We believe in shared responsibilities here and collective decision-making in Socion, Senator.
Admirable. Admirable. Well, don't let me interfere with the good work.
I still don't understand it, Julie. Why'd you hand the job over to Kelvin? I think you could have been a really good boss.
There are ways and ways of being a good boss, Ralph. I got Kelvin to take on some responsibility, do some hard work for once, and not make $1 out of it.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
Boys usually don't. Follow the leader.